Hey everybody, James here with another video. It is Thursday. We just finished actually shipping out all the items. We have 1,000+ items every week. There's hundreds and hundreds of orders. Got them all shipped out, all good to go. Got this new listing that I have next week that eBay keeps thinking it's an NFT. I have to rearrange the title or delete certain words, I guess, to actually get it listed. But eBay still thinks it's an NFT. I don't really understand that. I guess the point of this video is that on the background when I am shipping stuff, I watch, quite a few eBay resellers who are, putting, you guys know, if you've watched any of these people, the actual drill. They got the little camera, they put it down, they'll put an order, blah, 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 or they'll go pick an item, and then they'll talk about, they usually complain about eBay a lot. This guy does that? For people who are doing their full-time job and making a lot of money on eBay, they seem to complain a lot about eBay. I don't really understand that. But anyway, they put it down and they pick an item and then they say, oh, it sold for whatever, $8.99 or $24. And then they talk about, eBay or talk about what they're doing in their personal life and blah, blah, blah. And they build a community with it. Great. I hope they make $1 billion. I don't care. Make as much money. Everybody make as much money as possible. Fantastic. But I think the big thing is that if people give that false sense of hey, that doesn't look that difficult. It's hey, these people, it's oh, okay, I did this. I sold 12 items today. And you add up the math and it's so you sold $150 worth of stuff. Even if you had 50% profit margins after going out for hours and buying it at garage sales or trying to source these, how many hours that takes. So you made $75 and then you have to do taxes and all the fees that come, and maybe something be returned, or maybe you have to do a partial refund, and you're not making almost any money selling, this little amount of items at this price. Now, so I think people watch that and be like, hey, I think I can do that. That's not too bad. This person's doing it full time. A lot of people have kids. Sometimes they have their spouse working with them. They have a whole family. And it's so you guys sold a couple $100, and then that's minus all the cost of goods sold and everything, and you're, just living really well. You have to realize that a lot of these people that have 20, 50,000 plus subscribers, they're making a majority of their money on YouTube ads, on affiliate links, on social media. I think Instagram Reels, pays now. I think TikTok pays. There's all this social media stuff and affiliate links. That's where they're making a majority of, probably a lot of these times, a vast majority of their money. And I'm not here to squash any dreams, people who want to try reselling full time. But I think the main thing is that if you're coming from watching those, actually reselling YouTube channels, just tell you, if you're looking at that and you're very interested in that looks great, that looks like a dream job, fantastic. You should do it on the side. You should do it on the side for a long time, because the people who actually reach those levels on social media or whatever, they're making a majority of their money through, like I said, ad revenue, affiliate links, whatever. They can't sustain themselves on that little amount. And you just do the math. Go on their sold list. A lot of them have their eBay page in their item description. Click on it, look at the solds, add it up. No way. I mean, even if you don't take out cost of goods sold, even if they have extremely low cost, everything that goes into it, it's just not possible. So if you guys notice, a lot of people who actually resell, and we don't have any inventory here. I mean, we sell millions of dollars a year on eBay. We do consignment. We take people's stuff. We take a small percentage fee of it. We ship it out. We take care of everything, and then we make money on that. I don't have any inventory. I mean, I do have a few just from, over the years, but I've been selling them all. But yeah, we don't have any inventory. If you guys notice, a lot of people who have, it's they either have a social media presence where they're making a lot of money there, or you notice a lot of people who are doing this full time who don't really have a social media presence, but they do. What's happened? They usually have a ton of inventory, right? But they've been doing it for years and years and years and years, and then this kind of a backlog, right? Where it's hey, I'm going to quit my job full time. Let's go. I'm going to do it. But guess what? I got 50, 100, 200,000 inventory that I can just start selling through. Now that I'm full time, I have 40 more hours a week to actually work and really put this on the site and make that money back and really build off that. If you're just starting out and you're hey, I'm starting with no inventory, no social media presence, and I'm going to do this full time, you're probably not going to do very well, or you're going to have a very stressful time. Now, if you're really young and you go out there and you have all the time in the world and you just want to go source all the time and you're just a hustler and a grinder, I hate those words, but those are the words that came to my mind. I hate that I said that, but if you're out there doing that, maybe you can make, if your bills are very small, if your overhead's very small, sure. But for the vast majority of people, this is a side gig. This is a side hustle. This is something where you're sourcing when you can. A lot of times when you go to garage sales and you go to OfferUp or eBay, list buy new, you try to find this stuff at a deal, you're going to find nothing most of the time. So a lot of your time is wasted. Now, occasionally you find those big deals and you find these people who are like, oh, I found these video games. It's worth $5,000 and I bought it for $5 off this grandma. Congratulations. That you won't find that. You're not going to find that. I mean, you might, but you're not. You might, but you're not. So a vast majority of these people, this is just a side hustle, okay? And I just don't want people who are like watching these YouTube channels and watch these resellers and they're like, oh, wow, this person picked 12 orders today and the average price was, $9. Just do they're making their money mostly off, other stuff, which is fine. Great. Like I said before, make $1 billion. I don't care. But just know that these people are content creators, not really resellers at this point. The people who are actually reselling, doing this aside, trying to build a huge inventory backlog, whatever, sourcing all day, they're watching this stuff, in the background. I think that was a comment in my last video or 2 videos ago, which was very, very poignant because that is exactly what's happening. Those are the people that are actually trying to build it in the background, not the people who are actually making, a lot of content. Like I said, I wouldn't be a reseller. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be a flipper full time. It's just too much stress. I have a family, everything riding on finding that random find and going to garage sales, hoping there's good stuff there. It's just not something I could do. Maybe like a side thing, which I did before. Great. Extra money, build that towards whatever. I don't know. Put it in the stock market. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. But yeah, the main point of this is that I just see so many people like comment on all these videos and like giving the nitty gritty of eBay questions, and they're like, oh wow, this is great, and I want to build my stuff, and here I am, trying this, full time, and it's like, just know that the real grind is, I think a lot of these people too, they did the real grind before, and then they started YouTube, and they kind of transformed to that. But yeah, it's real hard. it's real hard. So good luck. I hope you keep going and keep watching them, because I think they're entertaining. There's something to do in the background. You're shipping, like I said, us 1,000 orders, but at the same time, it's as I'm saying, the thunder going outside. It's going to be tough. It's going to be rough, but you can do it. But it's going to be rough. Anyway, just trying to give you a little truth nugget for the day. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Talk to you again soon.